Welcome Wonders to Told You Woodcolors. My name is Jennifer and today I'm so excited to show you the stack of books that I have next to me. I have a bunch of completed pages to show you. This is my second time recording this video because my phone just couldn't handle all the editing that I did in the first one, so it's going to be quick. It's going to have to be quick. And I don't know if my phone had such an issue because of how many buddy colors I did this month. I tried to share all the buddy colors and maybe that was just too much for my phone to handle because I do all my recording and my editing right from my iPhone. And I tried so many different ways. I deleted so many apps and basically removed like every single photo from my phone, and it still was saying that there wasn't enough space on my phone to make my video. So hopefully I am able to include everybody's picture that I buddied with. If I just can't get my video to upload because that's just too much information for my phone to handle, I won't be able to share theirs, but I'm going to share everybody that I buddied with in the description below. So at least if I'm not able to do that, you can check out their pages on Instagram that we buddied with. So I'm going to apologize now if I can't do that because I really like to include everybody's page. So with all that being said, I'm going to share with you, I was able to complete 24 pages in the month of Space-Timber. That is awesome. I don't know how many I've accomplished before, but I'm pretty sure this is a ton. This is so much for me. And to buddy color with 7 different people too. That's insane. Like that, I think this is the most I've ever done. Space-Timber was so fun for me. So I got into 17 different books. 8 of those were new books, and I started 3 different whips. So the first thing I'm going to show you is the whip that I started, but I'm only going to show it really quick, especially because this was in my plans for October as well. So this book here is Autumn Picnic of Cats. And I did start this page here, and I'm really having so much fun with this. So I definitely see myself coloring in this book very often. Even after I get this page done, I have gone through and I planned like the next year's worth of pages because this is so enjoyable to already have a colored page next to the one that you're coloring and to just match it up. I guess it's very similar to color by number, and now I understand why everybody likes color by numbers because it's so relaxing. So yeah, I'm really having a great time coloring this. So hopefully I get that finished in October. Then I wanted to share the Buddyverse page that was going around. There were 2 Buddyverse pages selected for Space-Timber, and I only managed to get to this one. This is by R.J. Hampson, and this was in his Pirates coloring book. So this was a page chosen for a Buddyverse hashtag, and I decided to buddy this page with my kids. So this is my version. We all sat down together, grabbed a big old bucket of broken, ripped up crayons and colored together. So this is mine. This is my son's. He's 3. He did an excellent job. Love his color palette and the way he emphasized, you know, the astronaut pirate. That is just so great. He had so much fun with this. So it was great. Coloring side by side with him. And then my daughter's, she's 10, and when I started coloring my background, I think she got that idea for her little strip here, and when she started coloring her background, that's what I used for my strip here. So we kind of like played off of each other to complete these pages. So we had so much fun, and I will be hanging these up on the fridge because that memory is just so awesome. So super fun to do that with the kids. And then I am going to share my buddy colors here. My first buddy color was with Kate on Instagram. Her Instagram is coos_life in color, and we did the Space Little Victories page in Small Victories. Let me zoom you in. Okay, so the page that we buddied together was, where are you at here? Was this one, and I have an inspo pic that'll pop up on the screen really quick if I'm able to. Like I said, my phone really wasn't liking all the inserts that I had, so I did have an inspiration picture to go off of, and this is what I created with the black background is Artex acrylic marker, and then everything colored on the page are just Posca pens. So I'll put Kate's up on the screen here. She did hers with gel pen, and she said that's not typical for her. She definitely broke out of the box on this one, and I think we both did. So we both had so much fun with this, and that's what I love about Johanna Basford, is she's so good at giving you the space for it. I didn't like the little victories on the page, so I wanted to mesh mine all together. And I know Kate doesn't like the intricate details, so her pushing through, especially with the gel pens and making fun with it, was so awesome. So thank you so much, Kate, for buddying with me in Small Victories. All right, and next up I have Magic and Dark Fantasy. This is by Selena Fenich. This is a 4-in-1 coloring book collection, and I colored a page in here. I buddied with my sister-in-law, and that was just so fun to find out that she had one of the same books that I had, and then we picked a page right away and we colored together. So we went in and we did this skeleton girl. This is called Wilted Away. It's named by Selena Fenich, and I just wanted to create like a little like zombie character for this one here. So this was excellent to do. I based mine with alcohol markers, and then I went over the top with polychromos, and I did Signo gold and silver mix for her jewelry pieces. At first we both thought that they were like veins on her, but I did have an inspiration from Elm Colors, Erica at Elm Colors, and I watched her do this page. It's a video on her channel from like about 1 or 2 years ago. I don't remember which year she did it, but I watched her do it, and the way that she put everything together was so nice. So she was my main inspiration for this, but I tweaked mine. I wanted to put my own perspective on it, and that was so fun. So I'm gonna put Lauren's up on the screen here. And hers is excellent. She used water-based markers, and then she did just get Ohuhu alcohol markers. So it was her first time blending in the background with them, and I think she did such a great job. I love the blue and green flower mix, and then the pop of the purple veins that she put on the girl, and the way that she had different colors of red in her hair. She just did such a great job on putting this girl together, and I love the purple eyes on it too. That is just so awesome. So yeah, this was really fun to put together with her, and actually color with her in person just for a little bit was so nice. So thank you so much, Lauren, and we've already selected our next page in a different book actually, so I'm really excited for that. Next up, I have Hot Witch Summer. This is a book that I share with the amazing Cynthia on Instagram. She's gram.fan69, I think, on Instagram, although she did find an older account, so I'm not sure which main one she's using, but I know her as gram.fan69 on Instagram. So Hot Witch Summer, I thought it was perfect because the beginning of September is still summer, but then the end of September, everybody's like so ready for Halloween. So this was the perfect book to work in, and we did this page together. So I based mine all with Ohuhu alcohol markers, went over the top with shading with my Prismacolor pencils. I used the Uniball Signo silver pen for the moon, and I did add some stickles to the stars, if you can see them or not. And I just had so much fun coloring this. My dolphin, I don't know what's happening with my dolphin. I just tried to stick with similar colors everywhere, and he looks a little hypnotized there. Not sure what's going on with him, but I'll pop Cynthia's up on the screen. Hers is so fun. I love the color palette that she used for this so much that I'm stealing it for something else. I don't know what, but that color palette is locked in my brain. I love the blue, the orange, and the yellow together. And I love the pattern that she included on her cloud down here. I thought that was so brilliant to just add a pattern to it. And then she had her fish all colorful. We both went with the yellow bikini. Hers is a little bit more orange as well, but she just needed a yellow bikini. And then she included my name on the cup. I love that so much. So thank you so much, Cynthia, for coloring with me. This was so awesome. And I think we're going to be coloring another page in this for October. Another buddy color that I did was with Norelis Colors. She's on YouTube. She just started her channel a couple months ago, and I found her doing a flip through of Shooting Star. So I asked her if she wanted to buddy color, and she said yes. So Shooting Star by Maria Troll, perfect for Space Timber. We did this very first page here, and I completed mine with Derwent Inktense pencils, and then I went over the top with Prismacolor, and I used the white Signo gel pen to white out the black lines around the comet or the shooting star here, and the stars in the sky. So I had fun with this, and I tried to incorporate the story of her like green shine across like everything, but I think I went in too lightly. So on top of the mountains here, and on the edge of the tree here, I just try to use green as a highlight color, and it doesn't come through very clearly on the camera. At least in person you can see it more for sure, but mine's a little washed out. I think on camera it's a little bright here. So I'm gonna pop Norelis's page up on the screen. She did a wonderful job. I love her dark black tree, the silhouette of it. I absolutely love that, and that is definitely something that I want to implement on a future page of mine as well. How to make the silhouettes pop and stand out against that light source. It's really, really neat. So thank you so much, Norelis, for buddying with me. I really enjoyed getting my first completed page done in Shooting Star. Another untouched book that I completed because of my buddy, Christine on Instagram. She also has an Etsy, but I'm not sure of the name. So she's definitely going to be in the description below. I think her Instagram is Sync Colors. And I'm only mentioning everybody by name because I'm not going to put them up on the screen. Again, it's something that my phone really struggles to process if I add too much to the video. So everyone's going to be in the description. But yeah, Petite Poupées with Christine. We colored a page in Hatchet Heroes book, and we went in and we decided to color up Pocahontas. So this was so fun to do. I did have inspiration pages, and some of them were actually like the exact page that we were coloring. So there's a couple here and there's one down here. So I had some inspirations pooled, and then some of them were like painted and artwork, and some from the movie. I loved all these colors together, so they all work really well together on this page even. So I tried to implement that on my own page, but with my own twist, and I really had so much fun. So let me get this out of here. I used Derwent Inktense pencils, and I was stuck then. After I based it with the Inktense pencils, I really didn't know how to go over the top with colored pencil. So that is one of the goals that I had this month, was to work on basing a page and then going over the top with shading. So I did that on a couple other pages first, and then I went back in here to do it with this page, and I really enjoy how it tied all together. So I used, I'm pretty sure, now I don't know, probably my polychromo to go over the top of this one here. And it's just, I really, really like it so much. And then I used Posca paint pens to go over the black lines of the wind and then down in the water I used the Posca paint pens. So she is just such a cutie. I'm gonna pop Christine's page up. And when hers came through, oh my gosh, it was so awesome to see hers come through. I said it looked like you had a Pocahontas paint set right next to you and you used it. I love how she implemented shadowing under every element to make it really elevate off the page. I thought that was really neat to see from this page. And yeah, it just really worked well. So hers was really awesome to see. So thank you so much, Christine, for buddying with me in this book. So that is my first completed page out of Petite Poupées. My next buddy, woo, coming in hot, was a page from A Million Little Monsters by Lulu Mayo. I did my plans video, and then Chrissy Wilcox reached out to me, and she had said, hey, one of those pages that you showed, I would love to buddy with you. So I said, okay, because I was on a roll in September. So I was like, let's go, let's do it. So we came in and we buddied this page together. Okay, I zoomed you in a little bit, and I did get my inspiration sheets out because I have one for this one too. So on this page, I had a blast. I really did. And I used these main pictures here, these three, as a color palette source for the page. So if you can see how they kind of tie together in a way, that's what I tried to use for the main big elements on the page. So I used those. And then as far as all the little critters goes, I kind of just did my own thing. Like they were all coming together for a Halloween costume party. So I didn't really want them to match. And I think it was fun. I used Crayola Super Tips to base, and then I went over the top with my Prismacolor pencils. And then Chrissy, oh my gosh, hers is so cool. So pop hers up. I love her little groovy psychedelic rainbow space Halloween party going on over there. And I love how she went over the black lines of most of the elements. It really just pops right off the page, and it's so fun to see how she used all these colors as different ways to shade and highlight. It was just so awesome to see that come through. So thank you so much, Chrissy, for buddying with me. And then another page, I did one more in here just to finish up a whip. But I think this is one of my favorites from this month. This was so fun for me to work on in July. I just used my Crayola Super Tips, and I did the dragon and all the critters on his back. And then for this month, I shaded the dragon, and I used my Prismacolor pencils. And then I broke out my Neocolor 2s to do the background, and I couldn't be more obsessed. I really like how it worked out. And I also used the Cosmic Shimmer watercolor paints for the black stars. I was about to do white with my gel pen, and when I changed my mind to do the black and put it on there, oh, I just got so excited. I thought that was so fun because I don't typically think to do black for stars, and I think it's an excellent twist, especially against that brighter background. So yeah, this was so much fun, and it is one of my favorites. So really, really, really excited about getting that done. All right, and another buddy color that I did this month out of the cutest of cute amigurumi critters. This is by Kay Camaro. I went in here with Veronica Dunn. She has a YouTube channel now. She is Colorful Veronica, so check her out if you haven't. She is so fun to watch. And we went in and we did this page together. Veronica picked it out. She wanted to find a wolf for Jamie's hashtag, the wild year of color 2025, and that's Jamie from Finding Joy in Color. So I went in once again, did alcohol marker for my base, and that was it. So I did alcohol marker for the main picture, and then I went in with chalk pastels for the background, which was so fun. Last month I used a lot of chalk pastel. And then I got out my Folk Art Extreme glitter, and went over the stars and his cheeks. I love how I made his cheeks glitter. So that was fun. And then clearly I got my sequins out and went crazy. So I don't know if it's something that's noticeable or not, but I did try, I put blue sequins in the blue area. I put yellow sequins around the stars, and then I put pink sequins through the stripe here. So not very noticeable, but that's how I did it. And then Veronica's page here, we ended up coloring very similarly. But she has her rainbow hot air balloon, which is so cool and fun. And then everything else, it kind of does go hand in hand. I mean, the stars just look like they have to be yellow. So she did hers with colored pencil, which still amazes me how fast she gets these pages done, because she gets a lot done. You should check out her completed pages video for September. It's so crazy, wild, and fun. So yeah, so this is what we did together. Thank you so much, Veronica. And then a group buddy color that I'm in. There's a group on Instagram hosted by Candice at Happy Catastrophe for the best coloring book in the world, Yoga Animals So Cute by Kimma Parrish. I think this is what broke my video last time, because I tried including everybody's page for this. There were 10 participants, and I think my phone just wanted to explode and die. So I don't think I'll be able to share everybody's, but this is the page that everyone did in August, and because I joined late, I just got to this in September. So this was so fun to do. I love being in this book. All alcohol markers, and I wasn't sure of the color palette when I was going in, but I colored the bamboo first, and after seeing the yellow and green on the page, I decided that would be my palette. Then I thought I needed one more color, so I added in some brown as well, and this golder color, this deeper yellow. So yeah, I really enjoy how this all came together. So this was just so fun. I love being in this book so much. And a lot of the girls did a black traditional panda. I think one of the girls did like a bluey purple panda, which was really cool to see. But back to my Minecraft love. They have a very rare brown panda in the game, so that's what I decided to do, especially since it worked so well with the color palette. So yes, I had to bring up Minecraft again. So that's what we got done there. Alright, so that was all my buddy colors, I believe. I hope I didn't miss anything, because this is the second time I'm recording the video. I put all my books away, and I tried to remember all 24 pages off the top of my head. So I really hope I'm not missing any, but anyway, out of A Million Unicorns by Lulu Mayo, I wanted to do so much in this book. I was only able to accomplish a double page spread, but that is enough because I am absolutely obsessed. I went in and I did this page here, and it took me until 1 o'clock in the morning on the last day of September to get this all wrapped up. So I used Crayola Super Tips to base the whole entire page, and then I did go over with my Prismacolor pencils to do the shadow work, and then I put on some stickles on this swirly galaxy guy here, which looks so awesome. And then I used my Folk Art Extreme glitter for the background. Now there is a very specific reason why I decided to use green for that Folk Art Extreme glitter in the background. And the reasoning is, there's a whole story to this. When I colored the unicorns, as soon as I got done coloring their hair, I decided that they were going to replace the Tooth Fairy because their hair reminded me of toothpaste. So I said, well, this is very clearly space unicorn tooth fairies that travel the galaxies collecting up teeth, and they spread their spearminty freshness throughout all the lands. So that is my reasoning for having the green Folk Art shimmer, because that's spearmint. And space is smelling really fresh because of all these toothpaste unicorns flying around. And that, my friends, is why I adore this page so much. This was a whip that I had in August that I got to complete in September. Gnomes in the Neighborhood by Denise Klett. And it was this one here. And honestly, I did not have very much left to do at all. I did base the page with alcohol markers, and I even put the chalk pastel background in. So the only thing left to do was go over the top with some shading. And it was very easy because there is not a lot happening on this page at all. So I probably wrapped this up in about 30 minutes to complete the page for September. But I got the inspiration from the chalk pastel background to do my shadow work in pink, because some of the chalk pastel got onto the branches anyway. And then on the flip side, the highlights in yellow on the branches. So I guess this might be the best spot to show you how I did that. So I thought that was really cool to just take that and push it further, you know, because it already had pink on it from the chalk pastel. So I just implemented that a little bit deeper, and then I went over her just a bit with pencil work too. So yeah, I love that page. It's so fun to look at. I love this book. It's such a good book. Denise Klett is awesome. So another page that I had an inspiration photo for, I worked out of Fierce and Fancy Fantasy Faces by Hannah Lynn, and I went in and I did this space dragon. I suppose I should zoom out a little bit. All right, there we go. So I had it, oh, let me pull this over then. So I had an inspiration photo. I'll pop that up really quick so my phone doesn't crash. And I think I did all right. It was very tricky using just alcohol markers to get that smoky, airy galaxy effect. But I did my best, and I had a really fun time being in this book. So this is my second completed page in this book, and I tried really hard to turn an object into a galaxy scene, and that was a fun, tricky challenge. So definitely something that I want to work on some more. But after doing the dragon, I decided to keep her more muted. So that's why she's a little plain Jane, but it works, I think. It just has to. Because when I made her too colorful, there'd be too much going on the page. So that was very fun to work with. Just alcohol marker and then a little bit of the white Signo to make those stars happen on his face. So super cute. Their eyes are so intense. This was the grayscale version because there's a line art and grayscale option, and I did the grayscale one. So that's what I accomplished in Hannah Lynn's book. I was flipping through Hidden Earth by Rita Berman to pick out a page for October/November, and I actually stumbled across this one that I just had to color real quick. And it was super quick. It probably took me about 20 minutes to do this page because I just went over the whole thing with chalk pastel, and then I broke out my silver Signo pen and traced some of the stars, and then I got my Cosmic Shimmer watercolors and went over some of the stars, and then I did some stickles on some of the stars. So combining all that together, it just was so fun, so easy, and I now have a really cool color palette idea for this guy over here for the winter time. So I'm really excited to see what happens with these side by side. So quick and easy, very nice color, and perfect for Space Timber out of Rita Berman's Hidden Earth. Another Lulu Mayo whip that I was able to complete is out of A Million Magical Creatures, and once again based it with Crayola Super Tips, and then I went over the top with Prismacolor pencils. I did the moon in my Cosmic Shimmer metallic paints, and I did the background in chalk pastel. So I definitely got good use out of my chalk pastels this month, but they're so quick and easy to use, and they give such an amazing effect. I just love how they cover the whole page, and it just ties everything together. So this one was super fun and also quick to do since I already based it with the Crayola Super Tips. but I did not like the basing at all. So I'm surprised that I enjoy the finished product so much. So that one was really fun to accomplish. My first page out of 1,000,000 magical creatures. And then another untouched book that I was able to successfully complete a whip in was 1,000,000 Sea Creatures by Lulu Mayo. And I went in and wrapped this guy up, the seahorses. So he was really fun to do. Crayola Super Tips, once again, loved the color palette. And when I showed this as a whip on my July, I'm pretty sure it was July, completed pages, Jess from Coloring Bumblebee, she was like, well, most of the whips you showed already look like they're done. And when I decided to go back on this page in September, I was looking at it and I was like, you know what, it really does look like it could be finished. If I wasn't too picky about it, it could be done. So I was like, just a few more touches then. So I came in with my glitter gel pen and I put some strips and dots of the glitter gel pen in there, and even on the bubbles, if you can see that. And then I got out my Neo Color 2s and I basically just traced around all the bubbles in the background. So it kind of sort of implements like a bokeh effect in a way, but not necessarily like the typical bokeh effect that you would see. And it's not really what I was going for, but it kind of works. So I kept it very light and simple and decided to be done. And it was very fun. And I love the look of it. Oh, and I did mention at the start of the video that I had 3 whips and I only showed you one. So the other 2 are in the back of this book. So this is what I do now to base with the Crayola Super Tips. Since I heard so many people saying that they base with Crayola Super Tips, I was like, well, I want to try that. And I tried it and I love it because I love the way the pages look when you're done. So this is what I did in September, and then I stopped because I really didn't know where to go from there. So that's all right. I don't mind whips. They can stay here for as long as they want to until I get that clear vision of how I want to complete these. So 2 other whips. And then my infamous Daydreams book by Gabby Wolf. I am aiming to complete this book by the end of the year, and I am definitely on track to the point where I might not have to color in it in December. So my first completed page in this one for September was this page here. It's my favorite illustration in the whole book, and I think it's my favorite completed page now too. I really enjoy how this all comes together. I even went as far as including a dark brown black background, and it looks black, but it's brown. And it's just so warm and inviting to look at. I really do love the look of it. So all alcohol markers and then just a touch of gold signo on the stars there. It's really hard to see in real life, so I don't think that comes across at all on the camera. But yeah, it was just so fun to get the sunset blend in, and it just looks so cozy. It's definitely somewhere that I would want to be right this second. And then another page that I completed, and the reason why I can't be in that location right this second is because I have a lot of laundry to do. And this page just makes me think of my family and all the laundry that I do for my family every single day. And I actually colored these as if they were garments for my family. So that was so fun to do because it was like, yep, she would wear this and it would be this color. Yep. So it was really awesome to come in here and get that done. And then I typically go against coloring an entire background in this book anymore because it uses up a lot of my alcohol marker. So I just decided to do a splash of a background. It's very faint and it probably doesn't come across as well on camera, but I just used like half the page and then like a splatter effect to fade it into the white. And that was really fun to do. So those are my 2 pages out of Daydreams. And then last couple pages to show, I did one in Cute Fantasy. This is from Vivi Tinta. And this was another whip as well that I had, and I just came in to, I did some glitter gel pen, and I'm not sure how well that's coming through. And then I did glossy accents on the eyes for my first attempt. That's up as a video on my YouTube channel, so that was super fun to do. And then I had these two fish to color as well. So lots of glitter gel pen that you probably can't see, I don't know, but it's there, and that's what I did. So not much to wrap up on this page at all, but now it is complete, and he is such a cutie, so that was fun to do. And then it wouldn't be Space-Tember without the 50 space themed miniatures by Camila Angelkova. So I did 4 pages in this book, the very first one here being the title page, and I used the Guardians of the Galaxy Color the Movies hashtag by Jamie from Finding Joy in Color, and I got this one done. And then I flipped all with alcohol marker, and then I flipped to the next one to color, and I accomplished this with all alcohol marker. I don't enjoy the color palette on this one, so it's very different for me, but at the same time that's kind of what I enjoy about it, because it's fun to see different stuff being created. So not my cup of tea, but it's a finished page. And then the next one I did in here was this tree, this space tree. This was so enjoyable to do. Once again, all alcohol marker. And then I came in with the chalk pastel for the background to make it like glow more. And then I did stickles on the wings for the creatures at the top, and then the glossy accent eyeballs, which were so fun to do. I really did have a fun time with that. So really tried to get my my light effects going. So I think this guy's really good with the way the star is shining on him, and I put it all over the tree as well. And then this guy down here, he turned out pretty cool. I think it all turned out really cool, but I just like those 2 spots. And then the stickles on the wings really does a lot for this page too, especially in person. And the glossy eyes, since there are eyeballs everywhere, it's just so fun. So I really enjoy this page a lot. And then my last one that I did in this book was this guy here. Again, I have another fun space story for this one. So I just went crazy on this page, and I wanted like no limits. I didn't want to stop myself from doing anything, so I had so much fun just doing whatever I wanted and putting it down. So I did it all with alcohol marker, went over the top with Prismacolors, and then I did a little bit extra with Prismacolors everywhere with these like shooting star streaks and dots and twinkle stars. And then I got a stencil out, and I created these little galaxies is what I'm going with, and really did like just a sketchy swirly thing around them. And what else did I do? I guess gold signo around the stars, and then the gold stickles coming out of his watering can. So his story is, he made me think about Wall-E, and how Wall-E had to clean up the trash on Earth. So the story that I made up for this robot, because he reminded me of Wall-E, was this guy has to travel space and collect stardust from the stars to help the magical space flowers flourish. And that's my story for this guy. He does such a great job, because look at that flower. So that was so much fun. So I don't find this pleasing to look at actually, but it makes me really happy when I look at it. If that makes any sense at all, then that's how this makes me feel. So he's such a cutie, and I love that sparkled, all the stardust coming out of his watering can to water that flower. It's just so fun and different. So love that. So I do believe, if I'm not missing anything, that was it for Space-Tember. I just want to give a huge shout out to Soraya Colors. She is the one who put Space-Tember all together. It started last year in 2024 and came back around again for this year. and I just had so much fun with it. So thank you so much, Soraya, for putting this all together. She has Instagram and YouTube, so check her out for sure. And I can't wait to see what Space Summer looks like next year, because this year was just, it was a blast. I really had so much fun with that. So thank you so much to Soraya, and thank you to all of my buddy colors. You all helped me get pages done that I probably wouldn't have, and you helped me complete pages and untouched books that I might not have gotten to so soon. So that was really awesome as well. So I'm really excited. I'm so pumped and into coloring, like I always have been, but to get that many pages done, I'm like really pushing myself to try to get the same done for October as well, because I just love this season so much. So really excited to see that and see how far I go with October. But thanks so much for hanging out with me, guys. I hope you all have a great and colorful day. Bye.